lecture is a quadrilateral. What is a curve? It is a just it is not a line segment. Curve is not line segment. Curve looks like this. It can look like this. It can look like this. So curve these lines are curved line. Now open curve which means we will start from one point and then there will not be any intersecting view like that. So this is open. This last point is not at an initial point. Okay, that's why this is open. Closed curve is what? We will start from one point without lifting and there can be what? Intersecting view, and there cannot be intersecting view here. But last point should come at the initial at the initial point. Then this curve will be known as closed curve. But in open curve, last this will not come on the initial point. Okay, so it is a open curve, and this is a closed curve. This is closed curve. Here there is no area is open. Here area is not open. Now polygons. What is polygon? Polygon is a closed curve. Polygon is a closed curve, but it has a line segment. Clear? Polygon is made up of 3 or more line segments. With help of 2 line segments, polygon cannot be created. From 3 line segments, a polygon can be created, which shape will be triangle. Okay, here you can see we have 3 line segments. It will be considered as a polygon. So a polygon will have a closed. A polygon will be closed. This is a closed. Okay, here if you take 2 line segments, with help of 2 line segments, polygon cannot be created. Clear? Cannot be created. Now let's see types of polygon. What is a diagonal? What do you think about a diagonal? To draw if we take 4 line segments, then we can draw a quadrilateral. A polygon which has 4 line segments and it is a closed, then that shape will be known as quadrilateral. Here we are understanding diagonal. Diagonal is just what? Just it starts from one vertex and it ends on the opposite vertex. It started from here and it is ending here, just opposite of this vertex. Okay, this is known as diagonal. Diagonal will start from a vertex and it will end on another vertex which will be opposite of the initial point. Okay, these are 2 diagonals. Did you understand? Polygon can have 2 or more diagonals. Now let's understand regular polygon and irregular polygon. What's the difference between? Before that, we will have to understand meaning of this and meaning of this. Here, regular polygon are those polygons here. It is a polygon, but all sides will be equal. All sides will be equal and all angles, even all angles will be equal. All angles will be equal. Clear? Will be equal. All angles will be equal. In this case, anything can be changed. You will realize that sides are unequal. Sometimes you will realize that angles are not equal. Okay. So if angles are not equal but sides are equal, then that polygon is a irregular polygon. If now example of this is what? Equilateral triangle. Yes, it is true. A equilateral triangle, which means all sides will be equal. This will be equal, and angle also, angles will be equal. This is 60. This will be 60. This will be 60. Yes, it happens in equilateral triangle. That's why it can be considered as a regular polygon. Now, what's the difference between the regular polygon? Is a polygon which has all sides equally and angles will be equal. Irregular polygon. What about irregular polygon? A polygon which is not irregular is an irregular polygon. Now let's come to the quadrilateral. This is quadrilateral. This is what? Quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral. Now here, quadrilateral, which means it has 4 sides. It has 4 sides. It has 4 angles. It has 4 vertex. It has 4 vertex. It has 2 diagonals. What else? And one point more, remember always, sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral would be always 360. I think sum of exterior angles of a quadrilateral would be 360 as well, according to me. Now let's understand types of a quadrilateral. These are points that you knew. Here is a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? It is also quadrilateral, but it will look something else. Now here, parallel word is coming. What is parallel word? It looks like this. it can look like this. Here you will, in this you will realize parallel lines, not non-parallel lines. You will realize. We wanted to see here. Sum of this is parallel to this is parallel to this, A, B, C, D. This parallel line, this line is parallel to the this. So sum of this and sum of this. No. Measure of this will be equal to measure of this. This is parallel. This is a line which is parallel to this. So this is one pair of a parallel line. This is one pair of a parallel line. Clear? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Now here, can you say AB will be equal to CD? Measure of this is 7 centimeter, then measure of this would be same. It will happen in parallelogram. Now, AC is also parallel to BD. But remember, if this is 7, then this would be, but this, but sometimes this would not be. This would not be 7. Okay, if this is 7, this would not be 7. Okay, sometimes it can be 7, but almost a time it will be different. It will have different, and it is a 8, then it will be 8. It is a 7, then it will be 7. Okay, now what else? AD will be equal to BC. AD will be equal to BC. Yes. What else? One point more I would like to explain here. Remember, parallel lines never intersect to each other. This is meaning of a parallel lines. Now here, in parallelogram, these opposite angles will be equal. If this is 60, then this will be also 60. Okay, if this is 70, then this opposite also will be 70. It will happen in parallelogram. So can you say angle A will be equal to angle D? Angle C will be equal to angle B. Okay, angle B. This will happen in parallelogram. We remember. I was saying that AB is a parallel to CD. Yes, it was true. It is true. It will be true. Now, AC is a parallel to BD. You can write this like this. It can be written as this, because it is clearly telling you. This is telling you that it is a measure of this is equal to this. Measure of this is equal to this. But it is telling you AB is a parallel to CD. AC is a parallel to BD. This is what this is telling you. Now one point more. We in this parallelogram has two diagonals, as you can see, two diagonals, and both lines are intersecting at O. Now you can say AO will be equal to OD. AO will be equal to OD. Yes, measure of this is 4, then measure of this would be same 4. Now OB will be equal to OC. Measure of this is 3, then measure of this would be same 3. Now next, rhombus. Rhombus Now this is a definition of a rhombus. It is saying it is also parallelogram, but having all sides equal is called rhombus. Yes, it is called rhombus. But angle can be different. Angle can be different. Like that. Rhombus looks like that. So measure this would be same. Measure of this would be same. A, B, C, D. But it can be, I think so, it can be angle can be different. It is also parallelogram. Parallelogram says that sides will be parallel. This will be parallel to this. This will be parallel to this. Both lines, no one line will, any line will not intersect to each other. Now here we have two diagonals, as you can see. So can you say AD is parallel to CB? AD is parallel to CB, and this is parallel to AB. This is parallel to AB. DB is a diagonal. DB is a diagonal. Okay. What else? AC is a diagonal. AC is a diagonal. Okay, clear. Now, what else can be written? Here, both lines are intersecting at O. Here you can easily say AD, measure of AD is something, so measure of DC will be same. Measure of CB will be same. Measure of BA will be same. Clear, nothing will be changed. It is a 6, then this would be 6, this would be 6, this would be 6. It is a 10, it would be 10, it would be 10, it would be 10. Now, what else? DB is a diagonal. Can we say DB will be equal to OD plus OB? Yes, it is true. AC is a diagonal. AC will be equal to sum of OC plus OA. Yes, it is true. What else? Angle. What about angle? Opposite angles will be equal. Angle A will be equal to angle C. Angle D will be equal to angle B. That's it. That's it. Now what else? Something else you can observe. This is making 90 degree. This is making 90 degree. This is also making 90 degree. You can say angle AOD is equal to angle BOA is equal to angle COD is equal to BOC is equal to 90 degree. This is angle is making, here angle is making 90 degree, here also 90, 99. Clear? This is the definition of a rhombus. Rhombus will have all sides equally, and angles at the vertex can be different, but at a center will be 90 degree. Will be 90 degree. It has what? It has all sides equally. This is a measure point for this. Now next, rectangle. Next is a rectangle. A rectangle. This is a rectangle. A rectangle looks like this. All sides will not be equal. All sides. Rectangle does not have all sides equally. Yes, it is a universal truth. If it will have all sides equally, then it will be known as a square, not rectangle. Now here it is also parallelogram. Why? Because of this is parallel to this, this is parallel to this. Any line will not intersect to any line. Yes. Now here, what do you think about it? Ahead of this, here you can observe. What at vertex. At this vertex, it is making 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. There are two diagonals. Yes, of course, there are two diagonals. At center, angles are different, but at angles at vertex are making 90 degree. Here, AB is a parallel to BC. AD is a parallel to BC. Now, angles, angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D is equal to 90. Both the diagonals are intersecting at O. AC is a diagonal, it is equal to sum of AO plus OC. BD is a diagonal, it is equal to sum of BO plus OD. Now what else? Can you say AB, some measure of AB will equal to DC. Measure of AD will be equal to DC. Yes, what else? So what's the difference between a rectangle and parallelogram? What's the difference? You would realize what each interior angles at vertex are making 90 degree. But in the case of a parallelogram, each interior angles at vertex were not making 90 degree. Except this, all angles will be making in parallelogram. Okay, this is a difference between them. Now, what about a square? It has what? A square looks like this. All sides. A square has all sides equally. All sides equally. But in rectangle, all sides will not be equal. In parallelogram, same. All sides will not be equal. So what's the difference between a rectangle and a square? A rectangle has what? Two pair of parallel lines. It has all sides equally. It does not have all sides equally. This is the difference between rectangle and a square. Should you understand? Which will be n minus 2 into 180. It will be for those polygons which will be above quadrilateral. For quadrilateral, we can use this formula n minus 2 into 180 degree. N minus 2 into 180 degree, it means you can take any kind of a polygon in which polygon should have sides. Now here we have this question. Question is asking find x. Find x from this figure. Now sides observe. Number of sides is how much? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of sides are 5. We can denote it by n is equal to 5. Again, n is equal to 5. Now our question is to find x. Now here x is nothing but it is a degree. It is a degree. And now meaning of this is what? Side of this is let's say side of this is 5. Then side of this would be 5. This would be 5. This would be 5. This would be 5. It is a meaning of this. Okay. Because symbols are same. That's why measure of all sides would be same. Now here, sum of all interior angles, sum of all interior angles inside this would be how much? To find out this, you know that we will use that formula. It is the number of sides of this, which is 5 minus 2, multiple 180. Here we are getting 3 multiple 180. 1 multiple 180. 8 and 3 is a 54. 0 as it. So it is a sum of all interior angles which are inside this. But we want only one. We want a value of this x. Then what can we do? You will do what? Exterior angles. You will divide. So for each interior angle, to find out each interior angle, just divide whatever you got 500 by number of sides. Clear? Now 5 5s are 5 1s are and 5 8s are. So we are getting 180. We are getting 180. Now meaning of this is what? This is 180. This would be 180. This would be 180. This would be 180. This would be 180. Clear? Did you understand? Not 180. 5. What is that? One zero eight. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So here 100 multiple 5 should it give us how much? 540. 40. Okay. 5, 4 and 5. Yes. So it is a this is a cutting this by this number. So 108 is the value of x. To find out each interior angles, we will multiply that sum of interior angles, all interior angles upon number of sides. Now next question. Here we have this diagram. What is the question saying? Question saying here, this will be, if as you know, these sides angles of quadrilateral are equal to 180. X plus y yes, what else, z plus w, all this will give you 360. Always remember this opposite angles, this opposite interior angles, sum of this would be 180, sum of this and this would be 180. Always remember this will happen in quadrilateral. Now next question. So here it is saying this is given. So as we know, this is equal to 360. Sum of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360. Okay. Now this is question. This is question. One point always remember, all H interiors or sum of all H interiors that are outside of the quadrilateral would make the same 360 degree. Okay, there is no difference between interior angles and exterior angles. Sum of interior angles and interior angles. Okay, I said you that sum of all each exterior angles would be equal to 360. For example, 50, 110 plus x plus 90 it is equal to 360. From this equation, from this linear equation, we will get value of x. 360 minus 160, 90. 0, 5, 250 minus 250. Okay, 0, 1, 1. So value of this is 110. Already we without this we can, without doing that we can find this. We have what? I think alternative and exterior angles. Yeah, alternative exterior angles. This is equal to this. If this is 110, so here this line is a straight line. So this is a 110, so this will be 70. If this is 90, so this will be how much? This will be 100. This will be 90. If this is 90, this will be 90. This is 50, so this side will be 130. Now next question. Now regular polygon, which means sides will be equal. Sides will be equal. Find the measure of each exterior angle. Each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. So number of sides of a non-polygon is 9. Each exterior angles. So here we can find what? So to find each exterior, yes, each exterior angle is equal to 360 upon n. 360 upon n. Now, yes, it would be. Because of sum of, we are finding what? One exterior angle. That's why we are dividing this by sides, number of sides. And as we know, 360 is a sum of all exterior angles of a quadrilateral. But here, we are not putting 4, here we are putting 9. Okay, 360 upon 9, I think 9 for them. It should be 40. It should be 40. So answer is what? 40. Answer is 40. So each exterior angle of a non-polygon, because the side is 9, will be 40. Next question. We have given polygon. Polygon is an octagon. Octagon is a regular, whose sides would be equal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is octagon, whose sides are 8. So number of sides are 8. Find the measure of each interior angles. This. Okay, this. Oh no. Here, let's find out all integers, sum of all interior angles. Sum of all interior angles n minus 2 into 180, where n is 8 minus 2 multiple 180. By doing that, we can get 6 multiple 180. 8 6 are 48, 4 480. This is the sum of this interior angles. Now, each interior angle of this would be how much? 480 upon 8. We will not write 360 because sum of these angles is how much? 480. 60. So it is saying this is 60, 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 this is 60. Clear? So finally, we have found answer of each interior angle of a regular octagon. Regular, which means this is equal to this, this is equal to this, this is equal to this. This is meaning of regular polygon whose sides are equal to each other. Now next is hold on. To find out the sum of all interior angles, to find out each interior angle. So 180 minus exterior angle. Where 180 is this much, exterior angle we don't know. So exterior angle would be 360 upon n. 360, n is 8 and it would be 45. 45. It is a exterior angle. It is what? Exterior angle. Now 45. From this we will get we write this each interior angle. Let's say sum of this and this is how much? 180. If we subtract this exterior angle, then we will get this. So each exterior angle, how to find? 360 upon n. That's how you will find. So here we are subtracting 180 minus 1 angle. So 125, I think 60, 35. That should be 35. So this is not this much. 135. 135. Now next question. Next question. This is complete question. What is it saying? Find the number of sides of a regular polygon. Whose exterior angle is how much? Exterior. So I think it should be each exterior angle is how much? 45 degrees. Is 45. We have to find the number of sides. Number of sides. As you know, this is equal to 300 upon number of sides, 45. Number of sides we don't know. That is what we have to find. 45 upon 360. 9 5s are 9 5s are. And 360, 5 7s up and 5 2s up. Yes, no, 8. This is coming 1 upon 8. This is coming how much? 1 upon 8. So hold on. Here I did wrong. This is 45 10 and this is 360. 360 upon 45, 9 5s are, and here 72, 9 8s are. So number of sides are 8. This is answer. This is answer. Here. So polygon is octagon. Polygon is octagon. Now next question. We have given this figure. We have given this figure. It is asking to you the four angles of the quadrilateral are in the ratio. Are in the ratio, but it is not exact angle. So we will apply a variable with the all this 2x, 3x, 5x, 8x like that, because of we don't have exact angle of each interior angles of quadrilateral. That's why we will apply x variable with all these numbers. Now we can find, as we know, sum of each interior angles of a quadrilateral will be always how much? 360 degrees. So 2x plus 3x plus 5x plus 8x, it is equal to 360. Now 3 to 5x, 5, 5, 10, 18x is equal to 360. 360 upon 18. Now here 9 twos are. 9 twos are. 9 twos are, okay. 2 ones are, 2 eights are 0. 9 twos are. So x came as a 20. This is not exact angle. Here 2x. 2x is how much? 2 multiple 20, this is 40. Meaning of this angle is 40. Now 3x. 3 multiple 20, I think 60. This is 60. Now next 8x. 8 multiple 20, 160. This is 160. Next 5x is equal to 5 multiple 20, this is 100. It is 100. Now you can check. All these are correct or not. 60, 40, 100. 100, 200, 200, 300 and 60, 360. Yes, this is correct. Clear? So we have found all interior angles, each interior angles of a quadrilateral which were given in a ratio. Now next question. This is complete question. It is asking to you the measure of two angles of a quadrilateral are this much. One is 150, second is 45, and the other two angles are equal. Find the measure of each of the equal angles. It is telling you this is one polygon. Okay, A, B, C, D. Here, if this is 115 and this is 45, so 45. So the other angles, two angles would be equal. If this is 45, would be equal. We don't know what will be number here, but it is saying that two angles are equal. Okay. If this would be 70, then this also would be 70. This is what it is saying here. Okay. If this is 60, then this will be 60. So can we say we don't know, that's why we apply very well. So we are considering it as x. Now sum of this x plus 115 plus 45, as we know, it is equal to 360. Clear? This is linear equation. From this linear equation we will get value of this, and if we get a value of this, then same here value will be there. Not 2x. Okay. 360 minus 100, 150, 160. Clear? 2x, but here 200 upon 2. X came as 100. It means this is 100. This is also 100. So finally, this is answer. This is our answer. Clear? Even you can check, is this correct or not? Is the came answer correct or not? Here 100, 200, 300, 360, 360. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. Now next question. Next question. Now this is completely easy. We have to find x value of x, value of y, and value of z from this question. It is the name of a parallelogram. In parallelogram, what happens? In parallelogram, what happens? These opposite sides are equal. These opposite angles are equal, not the side. Always remember, okay? So if this is a no. Yes. If this is 100, then the opposite of this is what? This would be 100. We don't know this and this. So here it will happen in parallelogram. It will happen in parallelogram. Why? Parallelogram says that this is parallel to this. 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 Then that's why this both will be equal. This both angles will be equal. Clear? Rotation of this will be equal. Rotation of this will be equal. So z plus z 100 plus 100 is equal to 360. 2z 360 minus 200. 2z 160. Z is equal to 160 upon 2. So here z came as a 80. Z came as a 80. Clear? Where is the z? This is a 80. Then this would be 80. 100, 200, 80, 60, 360. Clear? So both opposite angles will be equal when quadrilateral is a polygon. Then now next. Now here we have a parallelogram. Now what is happening in this question? What is happening? Here, this is parallelogram. Here diagonals, there are two diagonals. One is ACU and second is ANA. Now both are intersecting to each other. So this is working as a what? Bisecting. Both are intersecting at the center. So that's why this measure of this, let's say this is both are intersecting at O. So as you know, S is equal to OU and RO is equal to ON. So from here we can find 20 is equal to y plus 7. 20 is equal to y plus 7. Here 20 minus 7 is equal to y. From this we are getting value of y. Then we will put y as a 30. So this will become 20. Both are equal. Now what about this diagonal which is Rm? So here 16 is equal to x. 16 is equal to x plus y. 16 is equal to x plus y. No x plus y, brother. What is it given? It would be something else. If this is okay, no problem. So we got y as a 13. So we will put here 13, 16, x plus 13. So 16 minus 13. So finally, we got what? 3. X as a 3.